first one, right? JV.
Yes. Yeah. 2-0. Oh, man, we're about ready to go. Huh? Ready? Welcome to Bakersfield High School, where tonight we have an unbelievable matchup. Liberty comes to Bakersfield for a little women's volleyball, and both these teams, this is just about the big matchup in the league, to say the least. Both teams come in at 4-0 in the league. Liberty overall 11-8, and Bakersfield comes in at 18-3, and both teams are really putting on a show here in 2018. So the Patriots of Liberty already have an Oregon commit. So we'll get into all that as we go along. My name is Curtis Stelzer. Welcome into the Kern High Network. Should be a fun one tonight. Alongside Julian Wilson, he does all the good work behind the camera, and Todd Bentley, he's the producer, and he is sitting right next to me. So if there's any screw-ups, I guarantee it's me and not Todd. We're going to take a quick break for the national anthem. Be right back with you. Now that's a way to get it kicked off. You want to talk about an unbelievable national anthem from one of the driller players. That was incredible. Well done. So once again, you're watching the Kern High Network. You can hear me say listening all the time. I did radio work for years. Once again, my name's Curtis Stelzer. I new to the area a little bit. Been here about a year. Did some work for Cal State Bakersfield, and now I am with Kern High Network, and it is great. First of all, most importantly, we want to make sure the Kern High School District would like to thank the U.S. Army for their continued support of the students in the district, and that goes without saying. That is for sure. So Liberty, well, let's put it this way. As I would say in Missouri, it ain't their first rodeo. 2016 Central champs, defending co-champs with Garces last year, so they are easily one of the perennial powerhouses in the area. And head coach Amy Parker, you're going to hear me say Coach Parker. She really goes by Parker in the area. She has put together one heck of a team, and in fact, her first class are now seniors here with the Patriots. The Drillers have really turned things around, to say the least. They are now 18-3, and they are led by the Palm sisters. Ava Palm, the junior, and Sophia Palm, now a senior. They go 3rd and 8th, respectively, in kills within the Southwest Yosemite League in the Central section, obviously. So they will put on a show tonight for Liberty. It's Elise Ferreira. She is committed to Oregon, a senior, so you can tell right there on the class of player that is, along with Caitlin Tucker, both captains of the Patriots, and they will be in on everything tonight for Liberty. So it should be a fun one, that is for sure. All kinds of stats that I have for Bakersfield, but for some reason, Liberty does not load their stats up. And, you know, back in the day, you know, as kids and high school kids, you love seeing those stats. It's a good thing. So I don't know if it's a mind game thing or Liberty just doesn't want to get anything out there or what the story is with that. But I have plenty of stats for Bakersfield, and we will run through those as we go along. So the Drillers are in the white long sleeve tops, the navy blue shorts, everyone with the white shoes and the white knee pads. Liberty in the all navy outfit with white knee pads and white tennis shoes. And we are just about ready to get underway. The officials making sure everyone is set up. Caitlin Tucker is number 3 for Liberty, right there front and center with the red headband. And Elise Ferreira, she's number 5 for Liberty. And she will start it off by serving it off. Serves a good one to the middle back. Good dig out by the libero. They'll try to slam it home, can't do it. They'll set it up on the far side, goes off a blocker. Drillers will get a chance to set it up. It'll go off a block. That was Sophie Palm that tried to kill that one, and that one will go off the hand of Hallie Young. And the first point of the night goes to the Patriots. If you're just joining us here on the Kern High Network, you missed an unbelievable national anthem, and these two teams are both 4-0 in league. And right off the bat, the Patriots take the early 1-0 lead. Second serves a brilliant dig. Drillers try to throw it down, can't do it. They'll set it up, a little off on the set. Good dig out by Young. They'll set it up, they'll be blocked at the net. Palm will keep it alive, set it at the net, and that'll be saved by Ferreira. They'll set it up on the outside. What a dig by Hernandez. They'll go down the line, another dig by Ferreira. You can already see why she's going to Oregon. A little Pac-12 volleyball. They'll swing it the backside, and that'll be in. Elisa Romanini, why did they do this to me? They know I can't pronounce Smith. Romanini with the kill. And we are tied at 1. Sophia Palm, the senior, and the captain. Little jump serve down the line, dug out. They'll try to keep it alive, and they do. Drillers will get a chance to take the first lead of the game for them, and pounded, but what a dig by Caraccio. The Thunder early. Little dinker dug out again by Caraccio. They'll set it up off a block, and that'll hit the deck. It's going to be 2-1 Liberty. And the first thunderous spike of the night comes from the junior, Ava Palm. What a dig by Caraccio. What a hit by Palm. Palm will dig it. Drillers will just have to punch it over. Patriots going to have a chance to take a 2-point lead, and it will be 3-1 Liberty. Small gym here at Bakersfield High, and that is just an awesome thing. I mean, it can get loud in here if there aren't many people. Let me tell you, for girls volleyball, there are a lot of people in here, folks. So nice crowd on hand at BHS. They'll set it far side for Palm. She stuffed it to net. They'll go back to Ava. She tries to dink it over, and she'll be stuffed at the net. The junior tries to throw it home, can't do it. And the Patriots out to an early 4-1 lead. And it's been a balanced attack from the Patriots. Got to think if they throw another one down here, we might see an early timeout from Bakersfield. You want to keep that crowd into it if you can. Off the block, Drillers keep it alive. They'll set up Ava Palm, and she'll be stuffed at the net. And that's now a 5-1 lead. That's 4 in a row. Run off by Liberty. Ashley Wires, the head coach for Bakersfield, probably go one more. Battle for first place in league. Stuffed at the net, it'll go off and out. And it's gonna be 6-1 Patriots. Wires up. Some positive reinforcement to her team. You love seeing that in coaches. Good serve to the middle back. Can the Drillers set it up? They'll have to throw it over. A little miscommunication between Darling and Palm. And we're going to have an early timeout here for the Drillers. The Drillers have jumped out to a 7-1 lead. They got the first point of the game. The Drillers tied it. And now the Patriots have run off 6 in a row. This timeout is sponsored by U.S. Army. Let's go to a quick break. We'll be right back with you on the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
Let me tell you, here on the Kern High Network, I have so much fun working with Todd and Julian. I can't even tell you. It's just great. So here we go. The good serve. Good dig out by Young. The set's a little strong, but Palm's able to possibly palm it over. Might as well get that horrible joke out of the way early. 7-2. A much-needed point by the Drillers. The serve from the libero, Hallie Young. And they're going to try and hammer it home, and it'll go out for a Liberty point. Keena Keelan thought it was teed up on a tee, and it was, and it just went wide. This is a big rivalry, folks. I mean, the gym is rocking. There's that girl. Good serve from Tucker, the captain. Dug out by the Drillers. What a great play by the Patriots, but they can't get it over. And the Drillers have cut it to 8-3. Number 9, Francesca Hernandez checks out. Here's the serve from Romanini. Patriots down the line, and Paige Camarillo puts it home right in the corner. 9-3 Patriots. Back to that 6-point lead. Little jump serve from Liberty. They'll set it up. Blaylock tried to get it down, can't do it. Would have went out, but it's saved. They'll set it up in the middle once again, and Keelan this time makes no mistake. She makes it 9-4. They cut into that lead once again. Kayla Sintis checks in. Reese Rins checks out. Rins, a sophomore. Sintis, the outside hitting junior. The serve will go right off the top of the tape and fall on the side of the Drillers. And it's now 10-4, good buddy. Liberty leading Bakersfield. The serve's a good one, dug out, but that's going to be an ace. And I think that's Lauren Berger, the junior on the serve. It's not. I apologize. It's Paige Camarillo. Wrong sheet. And the whistle blows, and that'll be a point for the Patriots, who have set the tone early and often here in game one of this match. They're now up 12-4. Camarillo off the tape and down. Another ace for the sophomore. 13-4, 9-point lead. Parker and Liberty showing why they're a perennial powerhouse in the league. And it's another ace. That's 3 in a row for Camarillo. And it is now 14-4 Liberty. And it's a double-digit lead. Camarillo looking for her 4th ace in a row. Not this time. Palm keeps it alive, but it's hit wide by Sophia, the senior captain, and we will have another timeout for the Drillers. Liberty has taken a 15-4 lead. They've run off 6 in a row. It was 9-4. It's now 15-4 behind the services of Paige Camarillo. So let's go to another U.S. Army commercial break. You are watching the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
Welcome back to Kern High Network. Hey, have you been to Tony's Pizza? What are you doing? Get out there. Great night for a little pizza pie. Sausage and mushroom. Love it. Camarillo with the serve once again. That's blocked at the net, and it'll go off the returner. Romanini, she tried to keep it alive, couldn't. 16-4. Patriots on top of the Drillers. Good set on the backside, a little dinker. Oh, the pancake! What a job by Karachi. They'll go down the line and go off the block, and that is a huge point for the Drillers as they get in the circle the Patriots do, and Caraccio gets the big smile from everyone on the pancake. It was perfect form to keep it alive, but the Drillers get the much-needed point, and they trail by 11. Serve will go into the net by Larson, the freshman. Tell you what, you got a freshman playing in a game like this, in a match like this. Emma Larson, the freshman, she's got herself a future here at BHS. So here's the pancake specialist, Caraccio. The serve off the net. Good job by Palm keeping it alive. This time Ava Palm tries to spike it from the backside. No doing. And it will be a point for the Patriots, as my guess is Bakersfield was in the net. Didn't see the call on that one. So 18-5. Liberty really announcing their presence with authority here in the Bakersfield High Gym in game one. Caraccio, the serve to Palm. They'll set it back up for DePaul. Good return there. We may have an injury on the far side. Is Ferreira okay? She looks okay. They'll go middle set. They'll dig it out. Ferreira sets it far side off a blocker. Good dig back there by Sophia. She'll come up top. She'll keep it alive. Palm again down the line. Caraccio will set it up. That one was hammered by Ferreira. but the Drillers are able to return it. They'll set it up right up front, and that's going to get down as Tucker mishits it a little bit, and I think the old changeup got to the Drillers. 19-5, Caraccio, the libero for the Patriots, goes back to the back. Heron braids. That serves a good one. Man, they are just crushing serves right now, Liberty. Good dig by Caraccio. They'll set it up far side. It'll go off a blocker. Rins couldn't get it down. They'll set it up. Can't get it down. Blaylock. Patriots will return a little into the net, and it'll be hit out. And it'll be a point for the Drillers. But Patriots still lead 19-6. As Amy Parker, the head coach for Liberty, has to be ecstatic at this point. But she knows it's a 5-set match. Anything can happen. Hernandez with the serve from the back. The senior, it'll go off of Keelan. 19-7. First time tonight, the Drillers have gotten back-to-back points, if I'm not mistaken. People still showing up at BHS. They're showing up a little late, and they're going to look at that scoreboard and go, are you kidding me? In this rivalry, got a 19-7 score in game one. Little miscommunication there by the Patriots. Coach Parker not happy with that. 19-8. The Drillers have run off 3 in a row. Be interesting to see if they can run off about 5 in a row and just make it 19-13 and see if you could make the the Patriots a little uneasy. Keelan to Ferreira. They'll set it up for Tucker, and that'll touch the floor within the lines. 20-8. And the Patriots get that serve back. A nice little dinker by Tucker. You can see why this Patriots team has really turned things around with this program of Coach Parker. Go down the line, and that's a point for the Drillers. Getting back to Tucker and Ferreira. And that was the first set of freshmen for Coach Parker. You can see why they are where they are within the Southwest Yosemite League. Those two are dominant here in the region. Set up right there for Tucker. Good dig. And the Drillers just can't get it back over. And the Patriots lead 21-9. Rins will get a little break along with Keelan. Kaya Sintez back to serve. Oh, off the net. They have done that all night so far. Off the net, and it gets over. And that has messed with the Drillers, but Patriots can't return it. And the Drillers are in double figures. One of those Palm sisters checks back in, and I'm wrong. I thought it was. It's not. I think that's Larson checking back in. The serve from the Drillers. Patriots set it up, cross court, dug out. Good dig by Esteban. That'll go off a block. Drillers will get another crack at it. They try to go short side on cross court, no do. That'll go long, and that'll be out. And the Drillers have cut it to 10. Hallie Young, the libero. Both of these liberos are incredible. Two of the best in the city. They'll go backside. Can't be dug out by Hernandez, and it hits the floor. And all of a sudden, Caraccio will check out with the Patriots doubling up the Drillers 22-11. And here comes Tucker with the serve. It's a good one to the back middle. Hernandez will set it straight up. Goes to the back, and that's going to be out. Little long. One of the rare times, I was going to say one of the rare times, I missed her, but Ava Palm is on. I was like, one of the rare times neither of the Palm sisters are on, but Ava's on. She's in the back far corner. Hernandez will set it up, and that'll be stuffed at the net, but out as Romanini hit it into the block of the Patriots, but it still went out. Coach Parker just coaching over there. Good job by her. Even though you lead 23-12, you can always find something. That serve by Romanini goes long. And here in game one, BHS just was not able to get anything established and no momentum. Looked like the U.S. at the Ryder Cup in Europe last week. They just couldn't get anything going. But Liberty has all the momentum, and they got it flying right now. Ferreira tries to get it, and she'll be stuffed at the net as the set was a little too tight. And it's going to be 24-13. The junior Ava Palm not committed at this point. Serves a good one, and it's an ace. And right now, if you're Coach Wires, you're just looking for that momentum here going into game two. Realistically, you're not going to run off 10 more in a row. So realistically, you're just looking for that momentum heading into game two, even if you can get about 4 or 5 in a row, get some mo going. Patriots set up, that'll go long, and it's 24-15. And the Patriots fan base standing with their fingers up in the air saying one more. Another good serve by Palm. It'll go into the net, and that'll be dunked by Blaylock, the junior. It'll go off of a Patriot defender and out. And just what the Drillers needed, right? You don't go down, and you don't go down 25-11. Look, it's 24-16. They've got some momentum. They've run off about 5 in a row, just what they needed to do to get ready for game two. That'll be set up front. The palm again by Caraccio. She's got it down to a science. That'll be in off the net, and that'll go down 24-17. Hey, the Drillers have made game one a match. They don't get blown out. They easily could have, right? Unbelievable. They're able to make this a game they easily could have given up, and that says something about Coach Wires and the Drillers. Patriots have had it all night. They're going to get another crack at it here. The Drillers will put another one on the board. 24-18. We may have a timeout. We do. All of a sudden, the Drillers have run off 7 in a row, and they feel like they found a little something here. Ava Palm, the start of it on the serve, and everyone else jumping in. Hernandez, Romanini, everybody. Blaylock, good job by the Drillers not giving up. Let's go to a quick U.S. Army break. You're watching the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
Welcome back. Welcome back to Kern High Network. This serve brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, also known as KSFCU. That's another good serve by Palm. Can the Patriots return it? They do. But the Drillers will get a chance to put a 19th point on the board, and they will. It's in on the line, and they're back in it. They've cut this lead to 5. They were down and out. They were 6 feet under, and the Drillers making game one a match. They'll set it up for the Oregon commit. Can Ferreira get it down? She cannot. And Palm goes down the line. Dug out by the Patriots. They'll go again for Ferreira. That'll go to the backside. They'll be able to set it up. The drillers for Palm. She tries to dink it. It's going to go off the block and down. And that is all Big Mo in that crowd on the far side. It's 24-20. It was 24-11. Don't forget it. They've cut it to 4. And there is a lot of uneasiness in the Liberty camp right now. They try to go backside. It's covered. They'll set it up for Palm. She tries to dink it, and that'll fall off of Bree Rodriguez. 24-21. It's 10 in a row. This is unbelievable. We may see another timeout by Coach Parker if Palm and the drillers can hit this next point. This gym was dead. It is alive and well. Off a block. Kept alive by Hallie Young. And now they'll get a chance to win the game. They set up Ferreira down the line. What a save by Romini. Caraccio. They'll set it. It'll go off the block. And the Patriots will come away, wipe the brow with a 25-21 victory. And that will not tell the story, let me tell you. That game, we're going to go to a break. It was 25-11. It finishes 25-21. We'll be right back with you on the Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special. One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Good, and you see, remember that horizon? Try to keep it parallel to your cockpit.
After the 2-year program, they're going to be able to take the knowledge test for their private pilot exam. I am a pilot. I've been in Bakersfield for 10 years. I worked as an instructor for 6 years and then became a corporate pilot. And I'm a teacher here. We have amazing equipment. Even flight schools don't have that much equipment.
You put a class like this somewhere at North High, and it's really preparing kids to succeed because...
Welcome back to the Kern High Network. Off the block and out. So we start game one just like we do, or we start game two just like we did game one. Liberty jumping out to the early 1-0 lead, and now they have a 2-0 lead. If you're just joining us here on the Kern High Network, Liberty wins game one, 25-21. Set up for Palm. The younger Palm tries to put it in the back corner. Nothing doing. Can they run it down? And they cannot. And that'd be a 3-0 Liberty lead. Liberty led game one, 24-11. Ava Palm and the Drillers run off 10 in a row to make it a game. I'm sitting here talking with a couple of the guys in the stands, and they'll set that up, and that is going to be hammered home by Tucker. And between games, we're sitting there going, well, we're thinking, you know, after watching early on, it's going to be a quick night. We're going to be in and out of the gym. 3 games now after that run by the Drillers. You're sitting here going, we may be here a while. We could go 5. That serve's going to go long, and that'll stop the early 4-0 run by the Patriots. And the Drillers are on the board. Curious, I have not heard where Tucker's going to school. But you know she's got offers. She's a force in the middle, an absolute beast. You can see it. They set it up, block. Can the Patriots get to it? What a job. Are you kidding me by Ferreira? What a dig. Little miscommunication there. And they're smiling about it, Romanini and Hernandez. Love those days. Remember those days in high school and you just laugh about it. Now you do it, you're embarrassed and you're turning red. You're a kid. You're in front of all these kids. You're just kind of laughing about things. I love it. Love it, I love it. Good attitudes by these kids. Kaya Sintas, the junior. 3 hard spikes to the ground, and now she's ready to go. Still thinking about things. Waiting on the official who went over to talk with Coach Wires. Coach Wires will hit up the snack stand. See what's available at the stand. About I'll take a Snickers or an M&M's. Still in discussions. The serve by Sintas. Go off. Palm will dig it out. They'll set up Ava. Good block. Ferreira sets it up. That'll go off a couple blockers. Good dig by Young. Hernandez sets it up, and that'll fall into no man's land off the block. And who's in the mix? Caitlin Tucker, the senior. What a surprise. 6-1. Patriots, just like in game one. Here in game two. Oh, the pancake! Can't be returned. Rena Esteban tried to do her best Caraccio imitation there. Just couldn't pop it up enough for the Drillers to get it over the net. 7-1. Patriots went on a run of 4 in a row, and now they've run off 3 in a row. Oh, Caraccio again! The perfect pancake. It'll go out of bounds. Her 3rd one of the night. You're watching in. You're a college coach right now. You're like, I just need that girl because she can get to anything. Nothing's going to hit the ground if she's on that back line. 7-2. Caraccio. The nice, easy set. That's a rarity. She prefers the palm. Or the pancake. Ava Palm punches it over, but it goes long. Darling will check out. Hallie Young, the libero, checks back in for the Drillers. Young will dig it out right on cue. They'll set it up in the middle. And that is the freshman, Emma Larson. Hammers it home. 8-3. Patriots still lead, but the Drillers are in the serve as Alyssa Romanini strolls to the back, one of the captains for the Drillers. Caraccio, perfect bump. And they'll hammer it home. The Patriots off of Larson and Palm get it to fall. And they are back to a 6-point lead. Reese Rins with the serve. It'll go long. It's 9-4. And this girl, Rena Esteban, the senior checking out for the Drillers, she smiles the whole time. You gotta love those kids. Happy-go-lucky. Patriots with the return. They try to set up Camarillo. A little tight on the net. Drillers can't get it down. Patriots try to dink it over, nothing doing. Young will come up. She'll set it up. Down the line goes Sophia Palm. She can't get it down, but that one's going to go long by Ferreira. And we're working 9-5. Patriots lead. Drillers still serving, and it's Ava Palm who was responsible for that long run at the end of game one. Here she is again. That serve is dipping. What a dig by Caraccio. Ferreira tries to dink it over. Nothing doing there. They'll go backside set it up cross court, and it's going to be Juliet Blaylock who fires it home. And it's 9-6. And we have what's called a ball game in the Bakersfield High Gym. Here in game two, Drillers have cut it to 3. And that serve is going to be what's called an ace from Ava. 9-7. Her serves are on tonight. The junior is in fuego whenever she gets behind that line. Here she is again, a little jump serve with power. Had a little knuckle to it. Ferreira keeps it alive. Caraccio will punch it over. Palm to Romanini to Palm. And the Palm sisters getting it done. And they've cut this lead to 1 as Rena Esteban, despite not being on the court, she's the number 1 cheerleader on that bench for the Drillers right now. She goes up and down the line giving high fives. Palm again, the knuckler to the middle back, dug out by the Patriots. They'll set up Ferreira, and she's going to be stuffed at the net. And it's 9-9 at BHS. And the Drillers are saying, excuse me, Patriots, this match is not over. Ava again to the back middle. Slayton sets it up. Can they get it down? And they do. And the Patriots regain the lead, 10-9. Number 10, Kaya Sintes checks out. Number 2, Reese Rins checks in. Parker on the sidelines for the Patriots. Southpaw down the line. Blaylock, it's dug out. They'll set it up again, and that's going to be stuffed at the net. 11-9, Liberty leads. I'll tell you what, this is some high-level volleyball for high school folks. These two teams have a ton of collegiate talent on it. The older Palm digs it out. They'll give it back to Sophie Palm. Sophia can't get it down. And that'll be stuffed at the net by the Drillers. The Drillers will try and put it down. Palm tries to go cross court. Tight at the net. She can't get it over left-handed. And that'll get the Patriots a 3-point lead. This game was tied at 9. 3 in a row run off by Liberty. That ball will go out. The serve is long. It's now 12-10. So here's Hallie Young. Caraccio digs it out. They'll punch it over. They'll set it up for the southpaw Blaylock. She can't get it down. She saw some free space. Good dig. by Romanini. Drillers put it over. Patriots try to get it down, can't do it. Palm, Romanini, Blaylock off the block. That'll be returned over. Sophia Palm tries to put it home, and the Patriots are in the net. 12-11, and Hallie Young will set up the serve. You know, when these services go out or in the net, it must not drive the coaches nuts. All these volleyball coaches, these ladies, they're not gray. They're not bald like me, you know, that coaching in soccer. So that one's hammered home by the Patriots, 13-11. As Liberty regains a little bit of breathing space, and they're now up 2. I'll tell you what, Bree Rodriguez, the sophomore at Liberty, when she lays into one, you better look out. Caitlin Tucker's checked back in for Liberty. They try to go backside for Blaylock. She goes down the line. What a dig by the Patriots. They try to go backside. Ferreira does. That'll be dug out by Young. Sophia Palm goes cross court. No go. They'll set it up. What a dig off a kill by Rins, but that'll be dug out. We'll set it backside. Ferreira. She gets it up and over. I thought she had her foot on the other side of the court. Great job of body control by Elise Ferreira. Back to a 3-point lead for Liberty. It just seems like Bakersfield just can't get over that hump and take a lead. And that serve will go off of Ava Palm. And it's now a 4-point lead, and you just get a feeling you've kind of been in the game. Now you kind of got a lull in the crowd. You got to think if Coach Ashley Wires, the head coach for Bakersfield, is thinking about maybe you take a timeout. You're now down 4. You don't want to get too far down to this Liberty team. You can see the power that they have. So here's Caraccio. Serves a good one. Oh, my goodness. How did the Drillers return that? And that ball will go off the block and down. I think it went off of Katie Darling, the senior. And right on cue, there's that timeout by Ashley Wires. Now a 16-11 lead for Liberty. As I said earlier, that Tony's Pizza. If you haven't been to Tony's Pizza, you better get there. Stuff is good. Sausage and mushroom for me, also the pineapple pizza. But we're going to go to U.S. Army break. You are watching the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
Welcome back to the Kern High Network. This stretch of play is brought to you by Motor City GMC. Man, GMC, they got some great SUVs. That is for sure. Good stuff there at Motor City. So here we go, 16-11. Liberty looking to stretch their lead to 2-0. The Drillers of Bakersfield trying to make this 1-all. Palm down the line, dug out by the Patriots. They'll set it up. It's going to be dug out by Young. As Rins tried to throw it down, couldn't do it. That ball will be stuffed at the net. Great job by the Drillers. They'll set up Palm from the stands, almost in the third row. And that one's off Ava Palm and out. Was it going to go long? It would have been close. Good effort by Ava. And all of a sudden, you look at the scoreboard, and that tie game at 9-9 is now 17-11 as Liberty is on an 8-2 run. Caraccio. Another good, powerful serve. Sophia Palm tries to throw it down, no go, and there's going to be a double touch. And little smile right there from Brina Slayton. Just a little misplay. Hernandez, the senior, jogs back, and with the pink bow in her hair, she will serve for the Drillers all the way back from the inline in hoops. It's a good one. They're going to go down the line, and Rins is able to hammer it home for the Patriots. Now out to an 18-12 lead. Elise Ferreira, headed to the University of Oregon, also known as Nikeville. That serves a good one. They'll have some fun on Saturday Night Football up there, that's for sure. They'll set it up down the line, and that'll fall. And it's 19-12, and Liberty has really put an exclamation point on this game here in the middle portion to take control. Ferreira with the powerful jump serve, and that is an ace from the senior. 20-12. And there's another timeout for the Drillers, who now trail by 8. So it was 9-9. And it's now an 11-3 Patriots run. And they're looking to take a 2-0 lead. We're going to go to a U.S. Army break. You're watching the Kern High.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
Welcome back to the Kern High Network. My name is Curtis Stelzer. Liberty at Bakersfield. Two of the best teams in the city. Little girls volleyball. Both teams 4-0 in the league. The jump serve from Ferreira. That one's dug out, but it's going to go out. The Drillers can't get it in play. I know. Now they're like, I knew. I've been doing some announcing for CSUB, and I accidentally said the Runners. And, yeah, that's Cal State Bakersfield. I apologize on that. 21-12, and that serve will go in the net as Ferreira went on a long run of serves to extend this lead. Sophia Palm, the senior. The jump serve for the Drillers. They're going to try and cut into this 8-point Patriot lead. They cannot, as the Patriots knock one off the block and out. And it's a 9-point lead. The Patriots are 3 points away from a commanding 2-0 lead. Still discussing things at the scorer's table as Keena Keelan just subbed out. Kaya Sintis with the serve, and it's a good one. Hernandez sets it far side for Ava Palm, and she drills it home. 22-14. In number 7, Katie Darling, the senior. I don't think there's any relation to Ron, former pitcher of the Mets, who's now retired in the booth. Does some work for MLB Network. They'll set it up far side for Ava Palm, and she's able to dink it over into no man's land, and it's 22-15. Can the Drillers make a run at the end of Game 2, similar to the way they did in Game 1? In Game 1, they trailed 24-11. They eventually fell 25-21. Here they were down 22-13, and they are already at 22-15. Look, you reel off about 4 in a row, and it gets uneasy on the Liberty side. but that ball will go long. See, if I'm coaching, right, this is why I'm bald. That would drive me nuts. Look, these coaches, they don't have gray hair. And they're always going to have their hair, but that's not the point. So the serve's a good one, a little dipper from Tucker, and it's game point for Liberty. Looking to take a commanding 2-0 lead on the road here at BHS. Tucker with another good serve, and they cannot return it. It'll fall on the Driller side, and that will end up 25-15 in game two. And Liberty really jumps out to a big lead. So they take game one 25-21, take game two 25-15. Look, we just want to make sure everyone understands how thankful we are here at the Kern High Network for all of the sponsors here. Obviously, the U.S. Army, they're the big one here with women or the girls volleyball, along with Kern Schools Federal Credit Union, Motor City, GMC, and Tony's Pizza. We always want to give a shout out to those guys. So, but we're going to go to a U.S. Army station break. You are watching the Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance.
Welcome back to the Kern. I'm telling you, I cannot tell everyone out there how much fun I have with Julian and Todd here on the call. They are great. Todd's the producer, Julian behind the camera. They both do unbelievable work. So here we go. The Drillers trail 2-0 at home in a big-time rivalry game. The winner of this one will go to first place and stay undefeated in the league. The serve by Ferreira is a good one. The Drillers tried to hammer it home. No go, but they'll dink it over. And that'll be a 1-0 lead for the Drillers. And I'm sitting here thinking, is that the first lead of the night for BHS? I think it may be. Sophia Palm with the serve, the captain and the senior. They'll set it up in the middle for Tucker. And that'll go down. Caitlin Tucker ties this game at 1. This Liberty team, I'm going to tell you right now, is going to go a long way in this state tournament. They are set up for a run. Blocked at the net by the Patriots, but returned by the Drillers. They'll set it backside, and that'll go off the block of Palm and Larson. And it's 2-1 Liberty. The serve is a good one. Dipping and angling into the corner. And it go off of Sophia Palm, and it's a 3-1 Liberty lead. You know, you have these players that are like the glue part of the team. They'll set it up in the middle. It'll go back corner, and the freshman Larson puts it home, 3-2. So there are always these teams that have just one player that you can see is just the glue of the team. And then look, it's my first time here seeing either team, but just from the outside looking in, it's Caraccio for Liberty, the libero. She just makes everything go. Communication-wise, just getting to everything she can. Ava Palm drills it home in the far corner, and it's tied at 3. The junior with authority. And the freshman, Emma Larson, strolls to the back line. The jump serve into the net. Free point for Liberty, 4-3. Hallie Young will check back in for Larson. Hallie Young, the senior libero. Caraccio will check out. Serve to the back line to Young. They'll set up Palm along the line. Nothing doing. Tucker looks to set it up. Does. Dug out by Young. And they'll dink it over. Great touch by Francesca Hernandez. And it's 4-4. Tucker checks out for Liberty. Larson takes the long jog, doing the freshman duties, running over, getting the water bottle. Yes, I am kidding. Alyssa Romanini checks back in. Juliet Blaylock checks in for Hernandez. Romanini, a senior and a captain. Set serves a good one to Caraccio. Set it up backside, and that's going to be stuffed at the net by Darling and Palm in on it. And it's 5-4. And the lead at 5-4 is the latest at any point in any of the 3 games that Bakersfield's had a lead. Another good serve from Romanini. They set it up and they get it over. What athleticism by Bree Rodriguez to get it over. And that spike by Palm will go off the block of the Patriots, and the Drillers lead by 2. Look at this core of the Patriots. Rodriguez, a sophomore. You also have Caraccio, who's only a junior. That serve will go into the net, and it's 6-5. Coach Parker, if you start to look the next year, you got a sophomore in Ringe. You got a sophomore in Rodriguez. Caraccio's a junior. Sintes, a junior. Camarillo, a sophomore. Coach Parker set up for success for many years to come. Cross court. And it is in. 7-5. Bakersfield looking to at least take a game here in this rivalry matchup. Ava Palm, who's been the star for the Drillers tonight, especially behind the service line, at it again. Serve to the back line, dug out, and set. Going for the kill by Ferreira, and it's on the line. It's in. 8-5. Drillers have their largest lead of the night at any time. Do you get to do that if you're an Oregon commit? Do you have to wipe the sweat up? Yes, I'm kidding. Just saying. Ferreira. The serve by Palm to Caraccio. They'll set up Ferreira. She puts it into no man's land. She doesn't hammer it. She just places it nice and easy. No one around, and it's down to the floor, 8-6. Drillers still lead the Patriots as Camarillo strolls to the back line to serve. The serve from Page to the back. Dug out. They'll set it. Nothing doing. Palm just has to dink it over. They'll set it up in the middle for the sophomore Rodriguez. She hammers it down, and it's 8-7, and the Patriots have cut that Drillers lead to 1. Camarillo, the sophomore, another underclassman for Coach Parker. Serve to the back line to Sophia Palm. They'll try to get it over. Caraccio tried the pancake, just couldn't reach it, but I'm telling you right now, if she could have reached it, she would have got it. She's done it all night. 9-7. Bakersfield with the lead as Hallie Young, the senior libero, with the serve to her counterpart, Caraccio, and that spike will go long. 10-7. Drillers lead the Patriots. A little stirring going on the Bakersfield fan side. Caraccio tries to dig it, saves it. Ferreira tries to put it over and does. They'll set it up right in the middle for the freshman Larson. And Coach Wires, very dramatic on that point. The most energy I've seen out of her tonight. Trying to get that team going, 11-7. And that is an ace from Young. And it's now 12-7 Bakersfield. Hallie Young on a little run. That serves a good one. Caraccio digs it. Rins just puts it over. The set from Romanini. And that's going to be deflected and out. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor as the Drillers have taken their largest lead of the night. 13-7, a 6-point lead for Bakersfield, who trail in the match 2-0. We're going to go to a U.S. Army station break. You are watching the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at GoArmy.com/team.
Welcome back to the Kern High Network. My name is Curtis Stelzer. 13-7. The home team leads the away team here in Game 3. The Drillers of Bakersfield serving, and they are the home team. Hallie Young, another good serve. They'll set it up. Goes back to Young. Patriots couldn't get it down. And there's that girl again, the freshman Larson. Hammers it home. 14-7, and it's not even Sunday afternoon in the NFL. The Drillers lead by a touchdown, but the serve from Young goes long, and it's 14-8. And the Patriots will take over as Bree Rodriguez checks out, and what a little stretch she had. A couple kills right there for the Patriots. Caraccio, who I think is the glue of that team, with the serve, and that's going to be blocked and stuffed by Tucker. And the Patriots have reeled off 2 in a row, and from a 7-point deficit to a 5-point deficit, as the junior Jaleesa Caraccio rolls back to serve again. And that serve will go in the net. And the Bakersfield fans trying to do anything they can to will their team back into this game. 15-9, Drillers lead the Patriots as Francesca Hernandez, the senior, will serve it from deep. That'll be returned and stuffed by Ferreira. And Ferreira earns the serve for the Patriots. Little jump serve, had a little knuckle heading to the back line, and Larson stuffed it to net. The set a little tight, and Tucker's able to slam it down. And all of a sudden, that 7-point lead has been trimmed to 4. 15-11, Ferreira again. This one's in the net. 16-11. And the Drillers have a 5-point lead in game 3, but trail in the match 2-0 as Sophia Palm, the outside hitter for the Drillers, sets up for the serve. Returned by the Patriots. They'll set it up. What a dig by Caraccio. They'll set it up off a block. Tucker keeps it alive. They'll set it up far side, and that'll go to the Drillers. I was wondering if the official was going to call 4 touches. It took a second, but what a dig by Caraccio, but the Drillers stuck with it and earned the point. And they're up 6, 17-11. Palm serves a good one to the back corner. And that one will go right into no man's land. The D1 recruit Ferreira makes it 17-12. Kaya Sintes, the junior, heads back to serve. No jump serve, but it is a good one. Dug out by the Drillers. And that'll go off of Caraccio, and it falls. And the Drillers have a 6-point lead as Hallie Young checks out. Katie Darling checks in. And from what I understand, this may be a big rivalry game, but these two teams have a bunch of players that play club ball together. And that one is hammered home with authority. And if I'm not mistaken, that was Brina Slayton, who absolutely crushes one to make it 18-13. And she gets the crowd going. And that serve will go in the net. Really good crowd here at Bakersfield. Romanini strolls back for the serve. The senior captain hits a good one, and that is what you call an ace. 20-13, and the Drillers can smell victory here in game 3. Coach Parker takes a timeout, down 7, and we're going to go to a commercial break. It's a U.S. Army Kern High Network commercial break. You are watching the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at goarmy.com/team.
Welcome back to the Kern High Network. 20-13. Bakersfield leads Liberty here in game 3. but Liberty has a 2-0 game lead in the match. The serve from Romanini goes to Caraccio. And the Patriots are able to hammer it down 20-14. Liberty earns the serve. And it's a good one with dip. What a dig by Ava Palm. She'll go cross court, dug out by Slayton. And that one will be killed. And it is on the line and good, as I think the line's been maybe getting a little heat from the home crowd on that one. And it looked like it touched the line from here. And I know it sounds crazy, but that 7-point lead down to 5, it seems doable if you're the Patriots, right? 7, oh my goodness, but 5, you're like, man, we're in this. Romanini will set it to the southpaw, and Blaylock hits it off the block and out. And that'll be a point for the Drillers. And Ava Palm, who's been the star of the show behind the line for Bakersfield. Here she is at a crucial point of game 3. The Patriots tie to get it down, and they do. It goes off the libero, Hallie Young, and that is a key for the Patriots to get Ava Palm off that service line. 21-16, and now you got to think, if you're the Patriots, you run a couple in a row here, you really got a chance to sweep this match. Blaylock hits it to the back. What a dig by Camarillo. And that ball will go down off of Ava Palm. 21-17, and the Patriots are just creeping back in. Kind of felt like they may have been out of it at one point, but here they are. It was 20-13 at one point. It was 21-14. It's now 21-18. And we're going to have a timeout on the floor as the Patriots have cut this lead to 3, and they have the serve. Let's go to a quick timeout. You're watching the Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's Pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza.
Tony's Pizza with 4 locations in Kern County. That's good stuff, man. Woo! Welcome back. Kern High Network, 21-18. Drillers lead the Patriots. Patriots with the serve. Palm tries to throw it down for the Drillers. Can't be done. Caraccio with the set. Ava digs it out. The Palm sisters, we could have a half a spike if it gets down. They couldn't get it down, and they do. I think Ava and Sophia may each get a half a kill on that one. 22-18, the Palm sisters. Hallie Young, the libero with the serve. Short, dug out by Bree Rodriguez. They'll set her up, and it's a double touch. And the Drillers are 2 points away from sending this to game 4. Young, this serve goes deep. Dug out by Keelan. They'll set up Ferreira. Will it get down? Oh, and the Drillers get it over. Can the Patriots put it down anyway? And they will off the block. What a momentum shift that would have been going into game 4 if the Drillers could have returned that and got the point. What a job by Bakersfield, but the Patriots stick with it. And Caraccio goes back to serve. down 4. And Coach Parker of Liberty has a quick question on alignment. So here we go. Caraccio. Serve down the line to Young. Romanini sets it backside for Blaylock. And that ball will not hit the deck. It's alive. What a job by the Patriots. They return the favor. But this time the Drillers get it to go down, just like the last point. And it's 24-19. It's game point for the Drillers. As Hernandez will stroll deep on her side of the court. And the Drillers need 1 point to send this to game 4. Hernandez from deep. The serve goes deep. Ferreira on the backside, set to Tucker, and she hammers it down. 24-20, man, oh man. Are you kidding me? Caitlin Tucker, the senior, is an absolute force. And the players have a question. They're asking the official for timeout so they can wipe some sweat that hit the deck. Number 8, Brina Slayton, the sophomore. You always get the young kids down there making sure to clean it up. Game point. Ferreira needs to run off 4 in a row, and she can't do it. That serve will go into the net. And it's going to be a 25-20 victory here in Game 3 for the Drillers. So it was 25-21 in Game 1 for Liberty, 25-15 in Game 2 for Liberty, 25-20 in Game 3 for the Drillers. Let's go to a U.S. Army station break. You are watching the Kern High Network.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile.
And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
For me, it's all about the mobile. And I still do everything online or through the ATM.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
There are over 100 places to get pizza in Kern County, but only 4 are good enough to be called Tony's. So what's the Tony's pizza difference? We're not giving away our secrets, but the proof is in the pizza. Tony's Spicy Mexicana, the mouth-watering Hawaiian, the award-winning Chili Verde, and so many more. Trust us, you'll find your favorite. If you want great pizza, you can play the numbers game, or you can get it right the first time. Tony's Pizza, 3 locations in Bakersfield and 1 in Shafter.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
I'm a millennial, and for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do my banking online and at the ATM. And with access to over 30,000 surcharge-free ATMs nationwide, Kern Schools is always close by.
So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County. Kern Schools, together we have something special.
One thing about Kern Schools is you get to do your banking your way.
I'm a traditional banker. I still like writing checks and visiting my branch.
As a millennial, for me, it's all about the mobile.
And I'm somewhere in between. I still do everything online or through an ATM. So no matter how you do your banking, Kern Schools is always there. That's why we're the #1 financial institution in all of Kern County.
Take advantage of our low mortgage rates, including 60-day rate lock and no cost to you. Purchase or refinance your home today.
Kern Schools, together we have something special.
It's wicked cool. It's our new aviation class. It gives kids a chance to break into the industry. There's a lot of careers in aviation. This class is a lot more than just flying planes.
We've learned so much already. We've learned how to take off. We've learned instrument flight.
rules. It's something everyone can do, I think.
Welcome back to the Kern High Network. If you're just joining us, where you been? It's an unbelievable night. Bakersfield and Liberty, both teams undefeated in league. Liberty leads 2-1, but Bakersfield just took game 3 and feel like they have all the momentum in the world. Deep serve from Hernandez. Liberty sets it cross court, and that'll get down. And each time, whoever's won the first point of the night has won the game, and that's a good sign for the Patriots as they take the early 1-0 lead. Here's Ferreira. She hit it into the net to end game 3. This one's a good serve. Tucker stuffing it at the net. They'll go to the backside. Dug out by Keelan. They'll set it up. What a dig by the Drillers. And that one by Sophia Palm will go off the block and out. And the Drillers tie it at 1. Bakersfield looking to improve to 19-3 overall. Liberty looking to improve to 12-8. The dig by Caraccio. They'll set it backside for Rins. She's stuffed. Caraccio tries to dig it out. No go, and that'll be a point for the Drillers. 2-1, the home team leads here early in game 4, and they need to win this to extend it to game 5. Sophia Palm, the senior. How much fun did they have growing up together? The junior and the senior, 2 years apart. And that's an ace from Sophia. And if you are wondering, yes, they are the daughters of the legendary Vance Palm, who does a lot of work for us here on the Kern High Network. And I was lucky enough to do a little bit of broadcasting and be his sidekick last year with Cal State Bakersfield men's hoops. The guy's a legend in Kern County. In fact, I look across and I see him in the stands. And here's his oldest. The serve's a good one to the back middle, dug out by the Patriots. They'll set it up. Hernandez tries to dig it out, and they try to return it and keep it in, but they call it out. Good effort by the Drillers. Number 16. And I don't even have a 16 on my roster. That does not help me. (3-2). Drillers lead. Here come those hard spikes from Kaya Sintes. She does it every time before she serves. That serves a good one to Palm, who can set it up. Dug out by kind of both teams there. Ava Palm tries to put it down, nothing doing. They'll go again for Ava, dug out, and she will hit it out, trying to keep it alive. And all of a sudden, we're tied up 3-3. Here's that girl again, Sintes, the junior. That serves a good one. Cross-court serve for Ava Palm, who winds it up, but she is stuffed at the net by Tucker and Camarillo. And it's 4-3, Patriots lead. The Patriots only have 3 seniors on their roster. Wow, that serves a good one. Dug out by Hallie Young. Palm to Palm. They'll set it up for Tucker. Stuffed and kept alive by the Drillers. Sophia goes backside. Caraccio digs it out. This time the Patriots will get it down. And it's 4-4. Five to 3. I apologize. So 5-3 Patriots lead. Everything's still trying to get all set up from both teams, and they are now. Sintes, another good serve, and this one will go up and straight down off the top of the net. And that is going to drive Coach Parker nuts. You can see she is not happy with that one. And the Drillers cut that lead to 1. 5-4. Good serve off the top of the net. Can the Patriots get it over? Ferreira punches it over. Hernandez tries to set it. Southpaw tries to crush it home, and that's going to be blocked by Tucker. She's a force, folks. 6-4 Patriots lead. Caraccio, the glue that keeps Liberty together. And we will have a substitution as Tucker will sub out. Number 9, Sutton Coffee checks in. So Caraccio and Tucker off the floor for Liberty. Oh! Hernandez with the old dipsy doodle. And the Drillers get that much-needed point. You never want to say it's a must-win game. There's still one more, but you got to think somehow, some way, Drillers would send this to 5. They would have all the momentum in the world after being down 2-0. Romanini with a good serve. Caraccio digs it. And Bree Rodriguez hammers it down. 7-5. I'm telling you what, that girl is underrated. That sophomore for Liberty, her hitting percentage tonight, I don't have the stat, but she has not missed often. Anything she's hit has hit the floor or has been unreturnable. That serve will go wide, and it's 7-6. Drillers hanging around in a must-win game. They have to win to get it to 5. Esteban, the most happy-go-lucky girl on the floor, checks out. Sophia Palm checks back in. Caraccio with the perfect bump. They'll try to dink it over, nothing doing. Young tries to set up the southpaw Blaylock. Patriots will get a chance to kill it for Ferreira off a block. Young keeps it alive. They'll backside set to Blaylock to southpaw. And the Drillers do everything they can to get it over, just couldn't. And it's 8-6 Patriots. Kaya Sintes checks out. Reese Rins, the sophomore, checks in. Paige Camarillo on the serve for Liberty. Cross court will go out. 8-7. The Drillers trail by 1, but earn the serve. Here comes the freshman. She's had a great game. Emma Larson checks in for Bakersfield as Hallie Young, the libero, serves. She went on a couple runs of services tonight. They'll set it up backside. They'll block Ferreira at the net. Palm and Larson were in on that. Larson and Blaylock are in on that block. Ferreira tries to throw it over, nothing doing. They'll set it up far side for Palm. She goes long. No go there. Ferreira, she tries to punch it over. Ava digs it out. They'll set it up in the middle for the freshman Larson. She ties the game at 8. Wow, some great volleyball from both teams. You just look at faces of everyone, and you hate to give up points, but you just watch Caraccio more and more. She absolutely despises Lunas at any point, and that's what it takes to be a really good player at a collegiate level. Just that competitiveness. This time it'll get down off a kill from the Drillers, and they have a lead 9-8 here in game 4. Ferreira, Rodriguez, and Slayton, the front line for Liberty. They'll set up Ferreira. They go down the line, dug out by Ava Palm. They'll set up Sophia Palm. They'll go cross court. Caraccio ends up digging that out. Rin sends it over. They'll set up Blaylock to southpaw. What a dig by Caraccio, but it'll hit the deck. 10-8, Drillers lead by 2 here in game 4 as Esteban continues to pump the bench up. The serve will go long, and it's 10-9. Rodriguez checks out. Tucker checks in. You just get a feeling that Bree Rodriguez will take over for Caitlin Tucker when she leaves. Tucker's a senior, Rodriguez is a sophomore, and then Coach Parker will have Rodriguez in that Tucker slot for 2 years. Good serve. Palm from deep. Man, blocked at the net. They'll set it up. Nothing doing there. Sophia Palm digs it out. They'll set it up for Blaylock. She's stuffed at the net, but the Drillers keep it alive. The senior Palm puts it over. Patriots punch it over, but it's out. 11-9. Bakersfield leads Liberty. This is what you would call a barn burner. Absolute great match. Both teams know they're playing for something. Bakersfield wants a league title. And Liberty is the co-league champ right now with Garces last year. They won it. There's the tip, and it goes into no man's land, and it's 12-9. BHS leads Liberty. A 3-point lead. This is easily the most boisterous crowd at a girls' volleyball game I've ever been to, and I've been announcing now for about 20 years. They'll set it up, and that'll be down. And the Patriots earn the point. She is fighting her shoe. Number 1, Keena Keelan cannot get that shoe to stay tied. She is fighting a shoe. 12-10 as Ferreira goes back for the serve. It'll go to Young. They'll set it up in the middle, and that'll go down as the freshman Larson. Man, I'll tell you what, Larson is putting on a show for Bakersfield anytime that ball is set up. She is just crushing it, and it is hitting the deck, and if it's not hitting the deck, it's hitting off the block and going down. 13-10. Drillers lead the Patriots. Patriots try to keep it alive, and they do. Young for Hernandez, and that'll be stuffed at the net by that girl. The senior Tucker dunks it home. 13-11. I don't know where Tucker's going, but if she's not committed, I don't know what you're doing out there as a college. Because that girl is an absolute beast at the net. And she could play high-level volleyball at the college level. They go far side. That'll be hammered, but wide. And that'll be a Driller's point. Back to that 3-point lead. Hallie Young checks out. Here comes Larson, the freshman. She's really been feeling it in Game 3 and Game 4. A little jump serve from Larson. It's a good one. Patriots get it up. Can they get it down? They cannot. Hernandez will set it up for Ava Palm. She's got to punch it over. It's into no man's land, and it is a perfect little dinker. 14-12. What a game. Tucker checks out. Caraccio checks out. See, my heart would be done. If you got both them off the floor, my heart, I'm like, okay. I know it's probably only for a point. It doesn't matter. Here's the serve, and it is a good one. Ava Palm keeps it alive, and she will run into the net. 14-13. Man, I'm telling you, this has been an unbelievable volleyball match here on the Kern High Network tonight. Alongside Julian and Tot. My name's Curtis Stelzer. Good serve there. Nice return by Esteban. Oh, great job by the Patriots keeping it alive. They'll set it up backside for the southpaw, but she'll hit it wide. And we have a tie ball game. All right, 14 should be the score. There it is. 14-14. That serves a good one, but long. Man, it had some juice on it. But great job by Esteban letting it go. And the Drillers retake the lead. Romanini comes back in. along with Blaylock. Tucker checks in for coffee. No, she doesn't. Why they got to mess with me like that? Here's Romanini. The serve's a good one. And that'll go off of a driller. 15-15. I'm going to tell you what. This ends up going 5. This will have epic or instant classic written all over it. What has happened in this game, and all these games, are unbelievable. That serve goes in the net, 16. Don't forget, folks, this match started out in game 1 with the Patriots leading 24-11. The Drillers made a 10-0 run and eventually lost 25-21. 25-21. So unbelievable what's happened here tonight. There's a nice little cross-court set. They can't get it down. Young will set it in the back for Palm. And that'll be stuffed at the net by Bree Rodriguez. 16, it's been 14-14, 15-15, now 16-16, and to be honest, I think it was even 13-13. Good serve from Camarillo. They'll set it far side for Sophia Palm, and that ball will get down. 17-16, Bakersfield with the lead. Hallie Young, the libero, checks back in for the Drillers. The serve's a good one. What a dig by Caraccio. That'll go off a block. 17-17. 13-13, 14-14, 15-15, 16-16. Now 17-17 with Caraccio on the serve for the Patriots. What a game 4. The serve is a good one. It had a lot of dip. Sophia Palm just has to put it in play, and she does. They'll set it up in the middle for Tucker, who hammers it down. 18-17. Liberty leads by 1. Liberty wins. The match is over. Bakersfield wins game 4. We will head to the all-pivotal game 5. That'll be dug out of the back by the Palm sisters. They'll go cross court, nothing doing. Patriots set it up. Try to go down the line, and that cannot be returned by Romanini. And all of a sudden, that big Mo that's been in this gym turns to Liberty. And they have a 2-point lead and the serve here in game 4. We're going to go to a U.S. Army station break. 19-17 Patriots lead Bakersfield. You are watching the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at goarmy.com/team.
Welcome back to the Bakersfield High School gym. 19-17. Liberty leads Bakersfield. They also lead 2-1. Must-win time for the Drillers. But the Patriots have the serve. It's Caraccio. The jump serve. It's a good one. The Palm sisters together again. One of them digs it out. That'll be off a block. It's Tucker once again. She's really put her name on the game tonight. 20-17. And I always say, if you get to 20 with the lead, you can sniff the victory. You know you're 5 points away from winning that game, and even more so now, that wins the match in this rivalry matchup in a battle for first place in the league. That serves a good one. Drillers just have to punch it over. They'll set it up for Ferreira, and that ball will get down as she just places it in a perfect spot. 21-17. Caraccio on a little run here of serves. Liberty is on a 4-0 run. And a huge time to do that. They'll set it up in the middle for the freshman Larson. And she hammers it down. Man, the future of volleyball is really, really bright in the Bakersfield area. Larson's a freshman. Ava Palm's a junior. I mean, come on. Talk about some quality. And then you get to the Liberty side. The libero, Caraccio. She's a junior. Bree Rodriguez, a sophomore. I mean, up and down. Camarillo's a sophomore. It's going to be very fun the next few years here, folks, in Bakersfield for some girls volleyball. They'll set up Tucker. What a dig by Young. And the Drillers will be in the net. They had that opportunity. They just couldn't get the tip. 22-18, and for the first time tonight, Coach Wire is going to come over and talk to the officials, and I think she's saying they were both in the net, and I think she may have a point. That's my guess on what she said. Ferreira with the serve to the back line. Hallie Young digs it out. They'll set it up in the middle. Larson stuffed, but the Drillers keep it alive. Palm, and they'll try to dink it over. No go. They'll set it up backside. That'll go off a block. Good dig there. Ava Palm sets it far side. That'll just be a little dinker over. Caraccio digs it out, set it up for Tucker, and she'll be able to just dink it right over the block and down. 23-18, a 5-point lead for Liberty. Their crowd can smell it. Timeout on the floor for Bakersfield. It's been a great match. They lead by 5. The Patriots 2 points away from improving to 5-0. It's been fun. So Patriots take game 1, 25-21. Game 2, 25-15. The Drillers come back, win game 3, 25-20. Let me tell you, if you ended up coming on late and you think this game is over, you are completely wrong. Game 1, Liberty led 24-11. They eventually win 25-21. So this Bakersfield High School team, if they get that momentum, they can reel off 6, 7, 8 in a row and get right back in this game. This little soapbox that I was on, that's brought to you by Kern Schools Federal Credit Union. Use that bank, it's good stuff. Here we go. The serve from Ferreira is a good one to the back line. Drillers keep it alive. Sophia Palm tries to put it down, can't do it, and now the Drillers are going to get a chance to bury it. They set up the freshman, dug out by Palm off the block. This one by the senior Palm, and that one hits the deck. 23-19 as Sophia Palm takes the long stroll back for the serve, looking to see if she can put this Drillers team on her back. Little jump serve's a good one. Caraccio digs it out. Young will dig it out. They'll set it up cross court to the senior Palm. Ferreira tries to put it in no man's land, and she does. Game, set, match point for the Patriots, who lead by 5. And they are 1 point away from improving to 12-8. The serve's a good one. Young with the dig. They'll set it up for Ava Palm. She'll try to dink it down. That'll be dug out. Young for Hernandez. They'll go backside. They'll just have to punch it over, and the Patriot going to get a chance to hammer it home, and that's going to stay alive off of Tucker. Larson, Hernandez to Larson, and the freshman puts it home. 24-20. I'm telling you what, that freshman, Emma Larson, has been a beast on the front row for Bakersfield tonight. Holy cow, and she's only a freshman, folks, and there she is with a perfect jump serve. Dugout, Tucker hammers it home, and that'll be the victory for Liberty. 25-20. Liberty will improve to 12-8. Let's go to a station break real quick, a U.S. Army station break. We'll be right back with you here on the Kern High Network.
Every team trains hard. Every team prepares to win. But when U.S. Army soldiers take the field, it's best if the other guys don't bother showing up. See if you have what it takes at goarmy.com/team.
Welcome back to Bakersfield High School Gym. Liberty wins in 4 at Bakersfield. They improved to 12-8. Bakersfield falls to 18-4. Bakersfield now 4-1 in the league. Liberty stays undefeated in the league, 5-0, and I think one of the biggest questions I have is, how has Liberty lost 8 games? That's my one thing. They're amazing. They are a blast to watch. Both teams are. Both teams have talent. I've said it throughout. Volleyball is in a great state here in the Bakersfield area. These two teams are brilliant. So for Tony's Pizza players of the game, I got 2 tonight. Caraccio is a given. She is one of the best liberos, and she's that glue. She keeps it together. She digs everything. She makes sure that team's together. And then the other one, the senior Caitlin Tucker, she is in on everything, whether it's a block at the net or stuffing it home. She is absolute beast at the net. So that's where we're going to go. Caraccio and Tucker, the Tony's Pizza player of the games. So for Julian, who's on the camera, and Todd, my man, and we have a blast. I'm telling you,